What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the kitchen. Tonight, y'all, we are making hamburger helper. This is like a highly recommended meal amongst the kids. They love the hamburger helper. But the catch is, it is not boxed hamburger helper. We are making our hamburger helper from scratch. Every ingredient, every step, we doing it, okay? So before we get into it, the ingredients that I'm using for homemade hamburger helper is ground turkey, elbow noodles, tomato paste, Velveeta cheese, Rotel original diced tomatoes, and green chives. I am also going to do my seasonings, and yeah, that's pretty much the basics. If anything else come to mind that I might toss up in there, I'll let y'all know. I wish I had a green onion, not a green onion, a green pepper. I forgot to grab one today, so that would have been in it. And I might or might not dice up some onions, but it's a hit or miss. But these are the main ingredients, so let's go ahead and get this hamburger helper started because they are ready to eat. All right, y'all, so let's start with getting our water together for our noodles. I'm going to use a standard pot, of course. Okay, so you want to fill it up about halfway or a little over halfway. Okay, let's get that started. And you always want to season your water, y'all. Season your water. Your pasta will thank you for it. So what I'm going to use to season my noodle water is some chicken bouillon. I don't know if I'm saying it right. What is it? Bouillon. I said with a D. It's no D. It's bouillon. Chicken bouillon. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this so I can remind myself to buy some more. I'm also going to use some salt. As soon as I find it, I got my little shaker here. Salt. Y'all, it's not much coming out at all. Jeez. All right. It's a lot of water. Don't trip. Okay. That's good. And I like to season my noodles when I'm making any type of pasta dish. I like to season my water with Italian seasoning so the noodles can have that Italian flavor to it as well. Okay, so that's all we're doing with that. And once it gets to a boil, then we'll add our noodles to it. Okay, so let's get started with the meat. Okay. So again, this meal I have another 3-pound butterball ground turkey, 85/15. Y'all know I like to do a little bit of a lean. Let's be a little lean with it, you know. We're going to spray our pan with this olive oil, extra virgin. I'm not going to add butter this time, y'all. I didn't need both. But get that nice and glistening. And then once it gets a little heated up, we'll add our meat. Okay. Let's add our turkey. And yeah. Let's trash this. And we're going to break this down so that it can cook evenly. Okay, so what we're going to season our meat with this time for this meal, we're going to use some nature seasoning. We're going to use our Creole. I'm going to use the rest of this. This is gone too, but I do have another one. I'm going to use some oregano. This is an Italian dish, so we're going to use Italian seasoning for our meat as well. I use this with any pasta dish, just put it like that. I'll put some paprika here. Paprika never hurt nobody. Y'all, I'm running low on my seasonings. I'm going to use the rest of this. Okay, and I think that's all. Oh, a little chili powder. Just a little. Okay. All right, y'all, let's mix this up. Okay. So we're going to let that brown on one side and then we'll flip it and break it up some more. Okay, y'all, so it is browning on one side. So I'm going to go ahead and flip and start chopping it up. All right, so now we're just gonna let this brown some more and then come back and finish chopping it up. Okay, y'all, so I did decide to add some onion to it, so let's chop this onion up, dice it up. I don't need the whole onion though, just about half. About half. Okay, let's get back to this meat because it is definitely browning. All right, y'all, let's get the chopping this up. Okay, y'all, so the ground turkey has browned, so now I'm going to add in my chopped onions and get that started. Now let's mix this up. Okay, so we're gonna let that simmer, and while it's simmering, we're gonna go ahead and add our noodles to the boiling water and get that going. This is a 2-pound box. I don't need this many noodles. So I think I do. Oh, this is a half a box. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this half a box and then I'll add a little bit more from the 2 pound. Okay, y'all, so now we are going to add our tomato paste and our diced tomatoes to the meat so that we can start getting that going while we wait on the pasta. Always clean your lids, y'all. Clean your lids. And this is something else. I usually get the smaller one, but I do 2 of the smaller ones. So I just went and got the bigger can, which is still like 8 ounces bigger than what it would be if I would have got 2 small cans. So that's gonna be a lot, but we'll make it do what we do, you know? We'll make it work. Y'all know I don't really be measuring well, so I just go by my eyes. I'm gonna gradually add it in there so I don't add too much. Come on now. Okay, we're gonna add the tomato paste first. I'm gonna use the whole can, y'all. I'll turn my fire down. So let's go ahead and add in our diced tomatoes. One more ingredient that I forgot to take out, beef broth. Just a little bit of beef broth, y'all. Not a lot. Just a little. That's about a cup. If I need more, I'll add it in gradually as we make the, put the pasta, as we build everything. We're doing everything gradually, okay? So, let's see. This is what it's looking like, guys. And we're gonna let this simmer until our pasta is done, and then we'll add in the rest of the ingredients. But we'll leave it like this for now. Let's clean up as we go while we wait on them pasta shells, pasta noodles. Okay, let's check on these pasta noodles, y'all. Okay, y'all, so our pasta noodles are ready to be drained so that we can go ahead and start adding it to our meat base. All right, let's drain them. Okay. So now we are going to start adding our pasta to the meat sauce. Actually, let's just do it like this. And mix it up. So we're going to add the rest of our chunks. Pretty much use the whole can, y'all. Okay, y'all, so now I'm going to start adding in the cheese. I'm also going to add in heavy cream as we go. So the Velveeta cream is already like measured in 2 ounces. So I'm going to start with 2 ounces and then gradually add it because it takes a while for it to melt. So let's cut up the first 2 ounce. Okay. And like I said, add as much as you need as far as like what you see you need. I'm going off a site, so I'm going to add as I go. If I need to add more cheese, I will, but I always start with a little at a time to make sure I don't use too much of something. One day I'll use a recipe. One day I'll have a recipe for it. But I just be going with the flow, y'all. I'm going to turn my fire up just a little. I had it down really low. I'm going to turn up just a little so it can heat back up and start melting this cheese. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the broth. And if you really like yours cheesy, double down on that cheese, okay? I'm going to add 1 more ounce of the cheese because not everybody in the house is a very big cheesy person. But, so I don't want to OD the cheese. But let me tell you, the cheese will definitely make it good. What I was just talking about. Okay, so now we're just gonna let this cheese melt and then we'll be ready. It'll be ready. Okay, y'all, so here you have it, my homemade hamburger helper. I like to pair it with either garlic bread or Hawaiian sweet rolls. This time we have Hawaiian sweet rolls. The kids love it. Okay, so let me just let y'all see. Let me just make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So creamy, y'all, and I didn't even have to add in the heavy cream. It is so creamy. Now, if you want that cheese pull, add in some mozzarella cheese, add in a little bit more Velveeta cheese, and you'll have a nice thick coat of cheese for a cheesier hamburger helper. But I didn't want to make it too cheesy because not everybody likes the cheese here. But yes, y'all, no more boxed hamburger helper. Okay, so if you try this recipe, let me know how you like it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching me make my homemade hamburger helper, and I will see y'all in the next one. Deuces.